got an exciting video today. I am freeze drying a huge load of Alaskan salmon. I have freeze dried other meats before, but I have not freeze dried any fish. And it is an interesting story of how I came into possession of all of this wild caught Alaskan salmon. Let me tell ya. I'll first say that the people here in Alaska are so nice and so giving with all of their amazing stuff that they hunt and fish for. They love sharing it with their neighbors, at least people who we've been around, which has been awesome. But I had a friend who had a bunch of leftover salmon from last summer's catch. They were trying to make room in their freezer for fishing this summer, wanted to get rid of all of their extra fish, and gladly volunteered to take their leftover salmon. It's still good. It's not as great as if it was brand new, fresh. But it's been vacuum sealed in the freezer for a few months, well, almost a year. But I was like, me, I will take your fish. And I just knew I wanted to freeze dry it, and that will give me some awesome long-term storage of healthy, delicious, amazing Alaskan salmon. And I am so stoked for that. So today I am showing you how to freeze dry fish from start to finish, including packaging, and we're gonna we're gonna reconstitute the fish at the end and cook it up and do a little taste test. So let's get started. Hello, welcome to my kitchen. I am about to head out the door, but wanted to get all of our salmon prepped and ready to go into the freeze dryer. So just wanted to show you how I'm going to get all this prepared. I am going to be pre-freezing our salmon on our freeze dryer trays before freeze drying them. I'm just hoping that will give us a quicker run in our freeze dryer by doing that. So let me show you what I'm going to use and how I'm going to set everything up. Here is all of the beautiful salmon that was gifted to us. I am super stoked about this. This is the perfect opportunity to freeze dry some fish. I have not done this before, and I'm super excited to have this turned into shelf stable, long-term pantry shelf item that I can go to whenever I need. So here we go. I just had a little friend come by, and he wants to show his plant that he's growing. It's some type of flower seeds, right?
Yeah, there's zinnia, but I don't know the others.
They made those at a little craft day at our gym. So cute.
Yeah, I have another one that we planted in the garden. It's a zinnia.
Yeah.
And this is the bottom.
Super cool. My plan is to take the fish out of the bag, slice it up into just like serving portions, get it on our freeze drying tray. Once it's filled, put my snap-on lid on the top of the tray, and then I'll be able to stack them up in my freezer for the pre-freezing step. I'm using my silicone tray liners. If you're interested in these, I will link them in the video description below. I just got them on Amazon. If you are interested in tray lids, these are from Harvest Right, from the Harvest Right website, and I've got a link in the video description below also where you can shop for all the Harvest Right accessories and freeze dryers if you are looking for any of that. If you aren't sure how to go to the video description, when you are looking at the video, it'll show the first few sentences of my description, and there's a little link that says show more. You click that, and that will bring you to the full description that will show you the links. Just in case you didn't know. It's gonna take some time to open up all this fish, so I will just do some time lapses so it'll go by much quicker. Okay, I am all finished. I did the last two trays off camera just because I don't think you care to see all of that. I was able to fit most of the salmon on my trays. I've got 4 fillets left over. I think on here I have about 8 or so. I don't know exactly, but I was able to load these up. Hopefully they all turn out great. I'm gonna find a use for these guys I'm thinking of trying to do some smoked salmon. We tried before and it did not turn out good. So I need to find a better recipe and try smoking those last 4 fillets. And if we get it right, it could be delicious. So now these are ready to go into my freezer. I just want to get them pre-frozen and then they will be ready to go into the freeze dryer. And with these lids, they're so convenient because you can just stack them up, carry them down to your fridge or freezer, wherever, in one nice, easy go. So definitely recommend the tray lids from Harvest Right. And surprisingly, my medium-sized freeze dryer can hold a lot of food. This is a lot of salmon. If I had the large, I am sure I would have been able to fit all of these fillets, but I still got a lot on my trays, so feeling good about that. And those trays fit right in my freezer. This is our bonus fridge freezer that we have in our basement, but stacked up like that, they fit nicely. I can shut the door and we are good to go. Once these are frozen, we will get them into the freeze dryer and I will show you the settings that I'm gonna use on that. Once it's done, I'm gonna show you how to package up the salmon and I am gonna rehydrate and cook up one of the fillets also, just so we can make sure it still tastes delicious, even freeze dried, but I'm sure it's going to. I'll catch you guys later. Welcome back. It is the next day. We are ready to get our salmon trays into the freeze dryer. I have my salmon here. I've already started my freeze dryer getting that cooling. I'm just gonna take the lids off of my salmon trays and I'll show you how they're looking now that they're frozen. Okay, let's get our freeze dryer all set up and ready to go. We are gonna come into customize. I like to just hit reset to show you this is the standard setting on your freeze dryer, which I'm good with all these settings. I just like to increase this dry time to like 6 or 7 hours. And I do that just in case it happens to finish like in the middle of the night, it'll keep drying instead of stopping the drying process and I can't come and get it out of the freeze dryer right away. So this just ensures that it'll just keep drying in the night and then I'll be able to get it out in the morning. I am going to hit save and start. And then we're gonna wait a 15-minute cooling period. Here is all of our beautiful salmon ready to go in the freeze dryer. Some of them are kind of tall. I'm a little worried on if they're gonna fit properly on the shelves, but we will see when we get there. You just don't want anything like touching the top of the little tray because that's where the heating element is. So we will see. Let's get these loaded up once our 15 minutes is complete. Here we go. Our freeze dryer is ready. If you can see the screen, there we go. We gotta close the drain valve. Don't forget that step. Let's get these in. One, two, three, and 4. We are just going to lock up the door. So now we're just gonna hit continue. And it's freezing. Super excited to see how this turns out. I assume it is going to take a while, so I will check back with you guys when this is done. I will let you know exactly how long it took to freeze dry, and then we will package it up and rehydrate and cook. Hello, it is the next day. Our salmon has entered its extra dry cycle. The hours that it has been drying is 33 hours. So what I want to do is test to see if this salmon is fully freeze dried. One of my awesome viewers gave me a tip on how I can test to see if your food is actually fully freeze dried. What I'm going to do is take a tray out, weigh it on a food scale, put the tray back in the freeze dryer, let it run for about another hour or so, take it out, reweigh it. If the weight stays the same, then you know it is not still pulling moisture out of the food and your food is fully done. If your weight is changing, then you still need more time in the freeze dryer. So, Bria, what do you say we give this a try?
Sure.
I've not done this before, so.
Cut.
Let's see. Okay, to pause my freeze dryer, I'm gonna just hit this little guy here and open my drain valve so I can open this door. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, Bria, go ahead and open the door. Let's pull out that top tray.
Oh, it's hot.
It's just warm.
Oh, it's hot.
It's not hot, it's warm.
It's hot.
Okay,
Salmon.
push power to my scale. Okay, let's set this on the scale. Okay, what's the number say?
966. Yay!
Okay, memorize that number, okay?
No, I can't. I have a small mind.
Oh boy. Okay, 966 grams is the weight that we are at. So I am just going to put this back into my dryer. Close the door and lock her up. And then I'm going to select more dry time. Please close drain valve. Thank you very much. Continue. And it says 2 hours. We're just gonna let it go for about an hour and do a re-weigh and see if there's any change. This is kind of exciting, don't you think?
Uh-huh.
All right, I'll check in with you guys in an hour and we will re-weigh this fish. Okay, I'm back at my freeze dryer. It has been over an hour and we are going to do the weigh test now. So again, we're just gonna come here. We're gonna open the drain valve. So I am now just taking out this top rack again because that is the one that I weighed. Place it on my scale. Da, da, da. 967. It's a gram heavier. Okay, I set it on here again and now we're at 964. Which that makes me think that it is still removing moisture from this fish. I don't know how precise you're supposed to be when doing this, but I want to be super accurate with this salmon because I definitely don't want it to go bad. Since it's kind of late at night, I am contemplating just letting it run through the night again just to be super sure that this is nice and dry so that I can have it preserved properly. I think the consensus is that I'm gonna let this go overnight, check in the morning, check our weights, and hope that we are good to go from there. So let's keep going. This is a long freeze dryer run. I thought it would be because this is some thick fish and I just want to make sure the centers of those fillets are nice and dry and that we don't have any lingering moisture in there. I just want to be super careful with these because this is some good stuff in here. I'll check back with you guys in the morning with an update. Yet again, it's another wonderful day. Let's give these guys another weight test. Our weight is at 960. So I'm going to let this go for its last hour, do another weight check. I'm hoping we are going to be good to go because we're at 46 hours. I don't think I'm going to wait any longer than that. We should be good and I will keep you updated. I am back and ready to do our final fish weigh. Okay, we are in luck. The fish did not change in weight. It was still at the 960 grams. So we are good to go. Here is how the fish looks. I want to hurry and get this packaged up because once it's exposed to oxygen, it can start rehydrating your food. But it just feels light. It feels kind of styrofoam texture. But I'm super stoked about this. Let's get this packaged up. What I'm going to use to package my fish are my Harvest Right Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers, and then I'm going to heat seal it with my heat sealer over here. That is gonna give us the longest shelf life for this fish. I'm gonna set a piece aside for me to cook up really quick and do a little taste test of the freeze-dried salmon. I'll do a little time lapse of me doing all the packaging and meet you up in the kitchen to do the rehydrating. Okay, wow, I was able to get 6 bags of salmon in my Mylar bags. You can tell that your oxygen absorbers are working because after some time, these do kind of shrink up as the absorbers absorb the oxygen that is left in these bags after you seal them. So that's one way to tell that your Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers are working properly. If they don't do that, then you might want to figure out something else. One of these days, I would like to invest in one of those vacuum chamber sealers that take out all of the air out of your bags. They work way better than like a food saver. That's what I currently have, is the food saver, and it serves its purpose, but I would love to get one of those chamber fancy vacuum sealers. One of these days, I'm gonna get one of those. But for now, this is what we're doing. It works perfectly fine, and this is super awesome. I'm very excited about all of this salmon. I have a few pieces left to go rehydrate and cook, so I will take you upstairs next and we will give it a taste test. Hello from my kitchen. I am ready to cook up this salmon. Here, it has been soaking in water for about 10 minutes. Okay, turn over, little guy. Okay, I just have to use my hands. It still feels a little hard in the middle, so I think it needs a little bit more time in the water. All right, I'm tired of waiting, so let's get this show on the road. I'm just gonna pan fry these, put a little bit of seasoning on, and cook it up, do a little taste test. So I will meet you back when these are finished. All right, this is actually looking super good, so let's give it a little taste test. All right.
No.
Oh, come on. Delish. It tastes great. One caveat, it needed more time rehydrating. So keep that in mind. The 15 minutes that I had it underwater was not quite enough. But it still tastes great. I think if I had fully rehydrated it, it would be perfect. And I just threw this on the pan. That's not normally how I would cook salmon, but it was so good. I like to just oven bake it usually, or smoke it on the Traeger. There's my salmon test. I do think this would be very good. Just need to soak it in the water longer. But besides that, the parts that are fresh taste great. Taste like normal fresh salmon, and we love it. I like to end my videos out here in the beautiful Alaskan nature. It's been so pretty lately. We've kind of had a crappy summer so far weather-wise, but the last couple days it has cleared up a bit, and look, we even see some blue sky, so that's exciting. I just love this mountain behind our house. We've had some dull sheep and mountain goats up there, but I think they have moved on. I guess there was a baby that I missed and didn't get to see, but fun perks about living in Alaska. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to this channel. You can see all the fun things that I am freeze drying and a little bit of some of Alaska's beauty. I will catch you guys on the next video. See you later.